Okay, guys, so we're going to be doing a Dragon Age Origins playthrough on the channel. One of the big reasons for this is AQW content takes quite a while to produce. I can really make a video every like 2 days. I can get it done in a day if I really push it. But videos kind of take like 2 days to make. Each video takes like 6 hours of work. Meaning that I really can't get them all out super fast, and so I'd like to have content up on the channel daily for you guys to help you guys keep coming back, give you guys something else to do and see on the channel, and some other way to interact besides just through the AQW stuff, which the AQW stuff is good. You guys like that. I love that you guys like that. But it is very scripted and heavily edited and researched, and it's not very often my opinions and me and you guys getting to know me. It's a lot of me spouting stats and information and that kind of stuff at you guys. And well, many of you guys like that, and it's awesome, and that stuff will be continuing. I do want to do something that's a little bit more personal. So, we're already starting up a single-player RPG here, except that this is Dragon Age Origins. This is a very decision-based and plot-driven game. So, the idea here is that we're going to play through this game, and you guys, as a community, are going to be voting on the decisions that we make throughout this game. Who lives, who dies, who do we save, who are our allies, who's in our party, what are our classes going to be like, how do we build our characters, are we going to be good or evil, all that stuff is going to be decided by you guys. So today I'm not going to build the character, but I am simply going to show you guys the possible options that we have and just talk a little bit about what we're going to do here. This is going to be on Nightmare mode. This is going to be on the hardest difficulty. So while trolling me is amusing, we do eventually want to actually beat the game. And so if I see that the chat is taking the votes in a direction that will very purposely get us killed, and building characters very purposely in a way that will make the game incompletable for us, I will step in and veto that. Because we are going to be playing on the hardest difficulty, and I do actually want to beat the game. If we were playing on a much lower difficulty, then yeah, we could screw around and basically win with whatever. But I have played this game several times, and so my knowledge on the game and kind of skill with the game will kind of carry us through to some level. But for a very high difficulty run, I may have to veto some choices that are very clearly going to get us killed. But for this first video and this first little segment that I'm going to do, we have a few choices to make here. We, need to decide whether we're going to be a good or evil person, and we can be chaotic good, we can be chaotic evil, we can be pure good, we can be pure evil. I'll leave that up to you guys, whether you want us to be kind of like on the extremes of the good and evil scale, or whether you want us to be kind of in the middle. That's one vote to vote on. Next is going to be building our actual character itself, male or female. What race? We have human, elf, and dwarf. And then what class? Humans are able to be all 3 classes, as well are elves. However, dwarves cannot be mages. Each race in each class also has a background to it. Humans, unfortunately, don't have a lot of diversity. As a human, you do not get to pick your background. You're either a noble, or if you're a mage, you come from the Circle of Magi. Those are your only options. As an elf, you have your choice between being a Danish elf, so the natural elves, the kind of fatherland elves, the people who live the way that the elves have always lived as nomads, or the city elves, who are slaves and currently live within the cities, traditionally are slaves to the humans. As a mage, as an elf, you are forced to come from the Circle of Magi, and as a rogue and a warrior, you can choose Danish or city elf. Dwarves get their choice of only rogue and warrior, and they get their choice of 2 different backgrounds, either dwarf noble or dwarf commoner, or both. Both options of classes have this same choice in the matter. There are some gameplay differences and some little changes based on which of these backgrounds that you choose. However, for you guys who do know them, I don't personally mind about spoilers, but some people who do not know about the game and have not played the game before may try to avoid spoilers. So while you guys can talk about some spoilers in the comments. I would heavily suggest to people who don't want to be spoiled on the story of this game to try and stay out of the comments unless you have to. Try and stick to the description and that kind of stuff. But we're going to be voting on this first video is these simple things. Male, female, human, elf, dwarf, mage, rogue, warrior, and then our background. So that's what's going to be voted on this one, because this first section has so many things to vote on, I cannot reasonably do a straw poll for it. So I'm going to have you guys vote in the comments on this one, meaning that you guys who do know the story of Dragon Age, try and keep it spoiler free, because we don't want to spoil the people who have not played the game before, because they will be down in the comments. So we're going to be voting on what roles we want to be taking here. I personally, in my playthroughs, have had my character be a rogue in the past, because rogues are a good rogue. Keep in mind, a good rogue that actually is geared toward doing damage is hard to find in this game. Tanks, warriors, a dime a dozen. Mages, you get 3 or 4 of them thrown at you. Rogues, you get like 2, and only one of them's good. And so for most of the builds and the party builds that I have used in this game, I have played a rogue, because it makes the playthrough the easiest. Because then you get the most diversity of your team. If you want to run one tank, 2 rogues, a healer, or if you want to run one tank, 2 a healer, a damage mage, and a rogue, or whatever, like you can, it allows you to have the most team options when you have access to 2 good rogues. Whether you want an assassination rogue, you want an archery rogue, you get the access to the most team combinations by having access to more rogues, because you will get more mages, you will get more warriors, but getting more rogues is something that you do get a little bit less of in the game. So that is my 2 cents on the subject. I would like to make a male, well, male because it doesn't, I mean, male, female, I don't really care. It does have some minor gameplay changes, but they're really not enough to matter. I do want to make a male or female human rogue. That is my suggested loadout. If you guys, but it's not up to me, it's up to you guys. I do have some veto power, but I will try not to use it unless you guys are making a decision that will actually just murder us. So, with all that said, vote down below. The first part for this video will be up tomorrow, along with the Arch Paladin class guide that will be going up tomorrow, as well as new parts every parts every day after that. So, come back every day. I'm going to try and post these around 1 o'clock Central Time every day. It kind of depends on how long the upload process takes, how long the rendering and upload process takes. It might be a little bit later, a little bit earlier than that, but I will try and get these out around 1 o'clock Central Time every day. So look for them around then. Get your votes in before the next morning, when I will be doing my next recording session, going in for my next choices that we have made. So feel free to vote in the comments. If you guys have any other suggestions for the series, little handicaps we may enforce on me, different tropes and stuff of our characters, different decisions. Do we want to write a backstory for our character? I'm totally cool if we want to write our own independent backstory for our character and not use whatever silly backstory they've given us. That'd be awesome. I would love for that. I'm not a writer. That's not my gift. I'm not a writer. But I know there are some people in this group who are writers and storytellers, and that's something they do. If you guys want to try and come up with a backstory, that'd be awesome. I have a Discord, all the links down in the description below. Please click on all of those, Discord, Twitter, all of that. But with all of that out of the way, I'm going to let you guys go. Please remember to vote down in the comments and come back tomorrow and every day for the next part in the series. And remember to keep voting so that we can keep making these choices and hopefully murder the Darkspawn, and not just end ourselves with a useless team with useless powers and die, which may or may not happen. We'll see. So yeah, this is going to be a Nightmare mode viewer's choice playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. I do have all the DLC. For anybody who is wondering, this is the Ultimate Edition of Dragon Age Origins, so I do have access to all the DLC, and we will be doing the Awakening expansion as well. So, all that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all next time.